Hello, people. How goes it? We're back at it again. Today, we're going to discuss CachyOS. But while I'm discussing CachyOS, I'm going to be doing some drawing here in a minute. And one of the things I'm trying out today is I want to try out Viadude Tube Mini again and see how well it is going to perform in OBS. So far, it's holding up pretty good. And the only thing that I would do is like maybe make a GIF or something that will replace my mouth movements. That would be helpful. You know, I don't know. But yeah, today we're going to be doing that. And so what I've got here is I want to be able to, let's see, that's zoomed in at 100%. So then what we'll do here is we will, I think what I'm going to do actually, no, we want the stabilizer. I just don't know. Oh, that's a thick boy right there. Tell you what. Let's turn him down to about, I don't know, 5 maybe. Nah, that's not a very good Z. We'll just do a Z like that, and then I do not like the way that started out. But yeah, I'm trying to wait until we get more people before I discuss anything about CachyOS. Let's see. Let's do it at about 15. I don't really care for that either. Let's see about doing it at 10 for the delay. There we go. Now we have a nice little logo here. Or a little signature, I mean. And that'll just be in the corner. Or at least I think that's how I want to do it. But let me just do it a little bit closer. Like, probably do it to about, like, right there. Man, it is hard doing those eyes. Okay, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's just make a line there. There we go, much better. Pretty happy with that. Live or die. Okay. What's the next thing we want to do? So I want to do like just doodles here and there. Like for example, I would want to like maybe have a palm tree like in the corner over here or something. So like that's not a palm tree. Yeah, that's really not a palm tree per se. I'm not sure what I'm doing there. All right. You know what? Actually, let's bump this up to 15. Because I don't know. I'm finding little things that I can do here and there. Like, what else can I do other than that? Because, like, I think the thing is, I think I just messed up, by the way. Yep, I think I just messed up. Let's see if I can save this. Then what we want to do here is we'll just switch the colors. See if we're able to do that. And it's not going to be pretty. Maybe we do want anti-aliasing there. Yeah, no, I got fill-in regions there. I just don't know. We got foreground color, then we got background color. What's the difference? Oh, I see what the difference is. All right. Because the thing about it is that if I go ahead and I use the bucket tool here, well, first of all, let's unlock that layer. Wait, what did I just do? So I can have HTML color. Unless that's just a color name. Interesting. The only other thing that I can think of is maybe it's just because I have this selected. Like, let's deselect, and then we will try to, yeah, there we go. But then we'll just delete everything that's there. Delete all of that. Fill in with a black background. And now we can really do some serious damage. All right. So then we just, I guess I'll start here. Okay, I gotta be careful with this. There we go. And then we add our little bird here. Actually, I don't know if I did that right. I think I put the Z a little too close. So what has to happen is that we sign this first. Yeah, there we go. And then that's so that way we can fill this however we want. Okay, I do not like the way that one turned out. Why can't I just do it symmetrically? And then we just put in our lines here. Now I feel like that's a little too far from it. So what if we start here? No, that doesn't look right either. That's the only problem with having that as big as I want it. I don't know. I think that's okay. And then what else can we draw on this? Oh, dang. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll draw on the background. I forgot to draw on a separate. Dang. I can't believe I went and done that. I don't know. I just don't want to go back on it. All right. So then what else do I want to draw is the bigger question. Maybe I could have like a rainbow going across. That could be interesting. You know what this reminds me of? A chalkboard. But yeah, if I have like the rainbow, then I would want to actually have a line, I think. Probably about right there, maybe. This tool only selects on vector layers? No! That's why we need separate. I can't believe I have to do that all over again. All right, you know what? First of all, let's put on a vector layer. Okay, and then we put it to about there. Do it to about there. Shard Mancer, hello, buddy. Welcome. Welcome. Just doing a little bit of drawing. I wanted to wait until some people got here so that I didn't have to repeat myself about CachyOS. I mean, I know I'm going to have to repeat myself anyway, but 1, 2, 3, 4. But you know how it goes. Hopefully your day has been well, my friend. I'm still getting used to Krita, by the way. So, like, just, you know, bear with me as I make it through Krita. This does not look symmetrical enough for me. Yeah, okay, I think that's about as symmetrical as I'm going to get it. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to design a background for my character, so that way whenever it's talking, it has something that you can look at in the background. The only thing is that let's select all of these layers here, and then we can just that's not what I wanted, Henny. That's not what I wanted. Distribute equally horizontally, equally vertically. Interesting. Okay. But for some reason it won't. It's not doing it the way that I want it to, though. Like, it needs to align with the background. That's the only thing I don't like about this. Going well, been tinkering with the desktop, nothing crazy. What have you been working with? I mean, you say that you're tinkering, but like, what are you tinkering on, if I may ask? All right, so then let's go back to the drawing board here. Okay, that actually turned out really good. Let's try it again. One more time. For some reason, I can't get the nose the way that I wanted it. Because I had it the way that I wanted it the last time I did this. Man, this is crazy. Okay. So I had it the way that I wanted it the last time. Now I can't get the eyeballs right for some reason. There we go. And then what we'll do here. Now this may end up taking some time. Just because I want to make sure I get that Z right. I don't know. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. Now, as far as this background goes, I want to select like a really nice red, I think. Maybe go with this nice... Next, we'll do an orange. Definitely want to make sure we get some orange in there. Next, we'll do yellow. And then green. Blue. Then let's try to get some purple in there too while we're at it. You know, I just don't know if I like the way that looks because you got like all these different... It's just not wanting to do like I guess expected it to do. On the other hand, let's try to do another paint layer. And let's just see if that makes a difference or not. All right, our next color was blue, I think I said. Yeah. It's going to be blue. Blue! And then green. I'm not that picky about green, I guess. I say that as I'm tweaking it. I am, however, picky about yellow. Like, I want a yellow that really stands out. See, that yellow is what's getting me. But yeah, so I mean, I might as well get into the conversation now. It's already 30 minutes in. So I decided that I would go from Arch to CachyOS because CachyOS has been recommended to me so many times that I can't even begin to count. And so, you know, I tried it, gave it a shot. What is it with these lines? It's supposed to be like completely... Yellow is the only one that I'm having problems with in that regard. But yeah, so Arch Linux was something I used to use. Now I am using CachyOS. So it's definitely been a lot better experience for being able to I don't know. I just think it's been a lot better for me in regards of performance. You probably want the move tool, but yeah, what's the move tool exactly? Is it this? That's the pan tool. I don't want the pan tool. Oh yeah, let me catch up on chat here. Hyperlink configs. Got everything Tokyo Night themed right now. Was trying to theme Telegram, but it was getting more cumbersome for a weekend project. Building it from scratch was maxing out my CPU 100%. Wow. No, I can somewhat relate to that. But yeah, build a screenshot script, just copies the screenshot instead of saving it, since I mostly just paste screenshots, don't want a big collection of screenshots growing. Gotcha. No, yeah, if you ever need any inspiration as far as what you can do with Hyperland or Waybar, I do have my .config files. So that might be helpful for you. Oh, you know what? That is actually a really nifty thing there. I can just move the individual item. That's not too bad. But yeah, no, I understand about the screenshots. I use Hypershot for my screenshots. I feel like it gets the job done for me. Okay. So the next item on the list is I need to figure out little things to draw here and there. I see a lot of people using Cachy lately. Yeah, so like I said, I started seeing a lot of people use Cachy as well. And what I figured out, like, because the other day I actually made the install. Like before then, I had just played around with it in a VM and I did it on stream. But then I actually installed it on my computer, like officially. And I enjoyed having a Calamari's install. It made things a lot simpler for me. So that way I didn't have to like do a bunch of because the thing about Arch is that like I'm as far as the installation script is concerned, I can do the Arch install. I don't know I just when it comes to Arch, I prefer doing that over the regular method. Because the regular method requires me to take at least 20 minutes out of my day to do it. And quite frankly, if you don't know everything that you're doing with it, then you can mess up the install and then have to reinstall it, which I don't really want to have to do. But I was looking for something, or I wasn't looking for it. It just happened to fall into my lap. But if I'm going to go with a fork, then I'm going to go with something that is Arch based. And so this is, for me, this was pretty much Arch, but for optimization and performance. And so, I installed with the Calamaris. I enjoyed the Calamaris install, made things a lot simpler. And then most things that I wanted came with it right out of the box. And that was really nice too. I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, in regards to having I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but let's just say I've really enjoyed it so far. I've done some tweaking to my system. I disabled C states. I disabled speed shift technology. I messed around with my power management profile on the system. And then I made sure to do some tweaks in OBS and all that good stuff. And everything just seemed to work. Everything like came together. All right, so what do I want to do here exactly? Maybe draw a little penguin over here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just draw a little penguin. Except I'll make a new paint layer. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room there. But yeah, so far it's been a great experience. All right, so what do I want to do here? I think I want to start with the... I think I'm just going to start with the head on this one. Got to do it until I get it right. Doing it until I get it right. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. I got to make sure that I have plenty of room for like the eyeballs. So let's do the eyeballs first. Yeah, I feel that. I'll check out what gets installed with Cachy. Yeah, because like I said, there are a lot of things that I didn't even know that you could do with it. That I think a lot of it just comes down to kernel-based stuff. A lot of it also comes down to what is also being installed. Because I definitely like that. Like whatever they're doing, I like it. And I like the fact that they're using fish instead of bash. That has actually become really helpful. You know what? Let's just do lines here. Nope, that's going to be cutting it too close. Let's see. I didn't know about Hypershot. My script checks if you're using X11 or Wayland, then uses appropriate tools for either system. If you're on Wayland, it just tells you, or it just lets you select use Grim, Slurp, or WL copy. Okay, so a couple of things, my dude. Welcome back to the stream. So I actually took a 2-hour nap before I came back to stream today. The thing is that I get bored very easily, and so I look to figure out what it is that I want to do, because like it's either I go to sleep or I stream, because I really don't want to watch TV. Like I want to be talking with people. I want to be, I don't know. I want to feel like I'm doing something productive. So I come to YouTube to do that very thing. And here I thought you'd love to see my beautiful face. No, I'm just playing. But listen, I'm glad that I'm showing up in the results now. That's really helpful. Yeah, so I had been playing around with a 2D VTuber thing. The only thing about it was I can only use ViaDo Tube Mini because I don't know how everything else works in regards to VTubing. So like it's just a PNG tuber type deal. But like I'm finally able to get to a point with the streaming now to where it's not going to bog down my system if I decide I want to have a PNG tuber. So I finally brought him back, and I want to make a adjustment to him. I want to make like a GIF of like all the different mouth movements, and I don't know how well that's going to work out though, because like every time I decide I want to do something with ViaDo Tube Mini, it wants to crash on me. Like the program actually crashes on me, and then I have to figure out what to do there. Because like every time I open the program back up, it's go find the file as quick as possible, double click on it, see if the program will take it before it shuts it off. With time, you'll manage to do everything. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of how I see streaming, is that like I just do it when I'm able to and when I have the idea of what it is that I want to stream. So, you know, I do it whenever I can. He needs an in-between mouth size. Yeah, so like when he opens his mouth, he needs to be able to, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to go about having his mouth move into different positions. That's where I'm at now with the VTuber thing. Because like I've got mouth positions that like when it's closed, it's a flat line. When it's open, it's a O. I'm also wondering if the program is going a little slow or not. No, I don't guess it is. Okay. So back to this. I think what we were doing was that I was gonna make like a little penguin here. Let's start him about as close up though as possible. Definitely don't want to do that one. I'm trying to figure out like the correct thing that I want to go for here. But yeah, I'm for context here, for those who just got here, I am drawing a background for this little dude that's moving right now. I'm trying to build him a background for Viadu. That's probably going to be the best that I can do for that. I mean, not too bad, I guess. Okay, so then we just put in one of these, I guess. I'm not really happy with that nose. That's why I'm going back on it. Now I'm not happy with the mouth. Imagine that. Imagine I draw the perfect nose, then I don't like the mouth. I don't know. Maybe he needs to be like the Deadpool from Wolverine Origins or X-Men Origins Wolverine. Just not have a mouth. Good luck with your background, and this penguin looks like a chill dude. I got to go study. This whole month is full of final exams, and I've studied nothing the whole semester. Oh, well, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us as long as you did. I hope your semester goes well. Your final exams. I hope you do really good with them. And we'll see you around. The next time I'll stream is probably sometime tomorrow. We'll probably put together a window manager desktop environment tier list. That's at least my goal, whether or not it's going to happen that way. I want to redo this. There we go. Oh, yeah, no problem. Okay, so then... It's not really doing what I want it to do, though. Maybe it's because I gotta do it like that. Take that little penguin, and then we'll just do the move tool. Move him down here. Yeah, so far I think he looks nice. It's coming a long ways. But like the whole goal is to like take all this space here and just fill it with different drawings. Not too bad though. I actually like that. Let's retitle this layer to Penguin. We'll retitle this one to Signature. We'll do this one to Lines. Finally, we got background, and then whatever. Oh, I know what this one is. This one is line color. So if you take that away, that takes away the color. Oh, you know what? I think that actually looks better without the lines. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better without the lines, if I'm going to be honest. Looking forward to Linux after finals. Not going to lie, going to send my laptop for repair, then install it. This summer vacation is going to be so full of things to do. I think I'm going to burn out, and it's a vacation. Hey, man, like... That's the way I used to be whenever I was in college. Like, I had a lot of, kind of like now, I had a lot of time to kill. Except for now, I work, but like today was my day off, and yesterday was my day off too, for that matter. So, no, that's not what I mean, one could argue that it is. I wanted to do a rainbow colored thing, so kind of like my background, like it is now. I just wanted like rainbow colors. I wasn't necessarily going for the LGBTQ flag. But now I can definitely understand where that comes from. Yeah, because like originally I had like my logo over here doing something. Let's do another layer there. Yeah, I had like a logo here, and then the colors just came out of the logo. Don't worry, I'm not LGBTQ. I won't hurt you. Well, thank you. Are you a sysadmin at work? Not really. Mostly I mostly just answer phones. All right. So maybe what we could do is we could draw an igloo. Wouldn't that be fun? Like, take this penguin here. I'll move him over just a little bit. And then we take this paint here. We draw a little igloo. Alrighty, thank you. I will. And I appreciate it too. I appreciate you coming out. All right. So in order to make this igloo, what we need to do, that's about as straight as I'm going to get it. What's a pathetic looking igloo? I didn't like that one. Okay, that's just a tad bit better. I think really what I need to do, instead of like worrying about a door, yeah, just like do something like that and then put a little door here. Then we'll put like just do like a little ice cube thing going on here. Yeah, there we go. That's starting to look more like an ice cube, right? Or an igloo, I mean. Yeah! That would definitely be fun. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's move this penguin guy back. Well, gee, you guys, I wonder if Linux users live in an igloo because you're penguins. You're all just penguins. You know, as big as this dude is, I wonder how he's going to get through that hole there. As big as that dude is, how's he going to get through that hole? Yeah, this wasn't much of a talk about CachyOS as I had hoped, but like, yeah, definitely. No, I would actually recommend it. Like, if you want Arch but like simpler and want more optimization in gaming, or sorry, performance, then yeah, I definitely would go with it. Although I would like to see if there's much of a difference between, or like what is the difference between the Linux Zen kernel versus the CachyOS kernel. All right, so let's put another paint layer there. And then let's just title this one. Actually, I don't want to put a title on it yet until I figure out what it is that I'm doing. Let's take the signature. Let's just stick it in the middle here. No, I don't like that. I like it stuck there. But you know what I could do? I could take the signature and like make a wavy line. No, I don't want to do a wavy line. I think I want to do like a straight line there. Actually, do I want to do a line here? No, not really. don't know. What are some other things that I want to do for this? Like, I think what I'm going to do is that this is going to be like a background for definitely the VTuber thing, but then also want to do one for the desktop too. All right. So then what's the next thing that I want to draw on this? What if I drew... Actually, here's the thing. So maybe I want to take the penguin. I think I want to move him over here. And then the igloo, I think I want to move him all the way over here. Looks good for a nice little signature. But then what am I going to do for every other aspect of this? Tough call, my dude. Tough call. Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking about a flower. Let's see how that would look out. So if we draw a stem there, draw a little stem there. Nah, that looks more like a clover. I don't know if I want that. So I'm just going to sit here for a moment while I try to figure out what's the next thing I want to draw. Because I had this idea. And like I wanted to, I guess I could draw some penguin related stuff. Or like I could draw... No, I don't want to do distros. What is it that I want to do? I will say that this right here, though, these lines here, they annoy me just a little bit. I guess they're not as noticeable when you zoom out, but like when you zoom in, it's like crazy to me. And I guess that has to do with whether or not my lines are straight. Like, I don't think my lines were straight, and so that's why it did what it did. In fact, I might just go over that with a... I don't know. I don't know. And that's just as crooked if I have that finish line on there. So, I've still yet to figure this out. Maybe I just draw another penguin. Maybe it's just a whole slew of penguins here. Or maybe we could do some things that represent Linux. So like, for example, we could do like maybe a gamepad. And then we just we'll do like a little circle for the joystick. Then we'll do like just little buttons. Nah, I don't like that idea. I don't know. So far, I don't know. What do you guys think so far? Like, I basically the idea is I definitely want a rainbow in the background, and then I wanted like my little signature. And who knows? Like my dude may cover like the entire thing. So maybe that's why it would be better if we just took the penguin and we took the igloo and we just moved them over. Back over here. Because then that way my guy has plenty of room up here. Really all I have to do is just design the four corners. So then what else represents Zippix? Good question. Oh, you know what we could do? There's this one thing that I like doing, I like all the time. So I think it's usually the right corner that I do this in. So let's go to the right corner. Normally what I like to do, I'll take like a sun or something like that. Take like the sun. Yeah, let's redo that move. Whatever move I did, let's redo it. Actually, I can do that line a little straighter, I think. Yeah, that's probably going to be about as good as we get. Then we'll just put like a little smiley face. Oh, did I seriously do that on that I can't believe I went and done that. Needs to be on this paint layer. Definitely be mindful of what layer that you're on whenever you're creating stuff. For sure. For sure, for sure. That was actually a perfect square. Now I'm at a point where I just want to do these lines here. Okay, that doesn't exactly set right with me. I don't know. I like the idea of having the... You know what I could do? Just draw some stars. Just like draw one star and then just have it going across the galaxy. And then this one is like a moon or something. So I don't know. Is that going to look right? Probably not. I think this is where I would have to like do some erasing. I mean, if that's the way it's going to be. Then we'll just stick that there for the time being. Now let's reflect. It's still got 2 more sides to go. Two more sides to go. Yeah, I'm just taking a moment. I don't know. For those of you out there, what distribution are you guys on right now? Like, I don't know. I guess I just want to gauge for like as far as my viewers go, like where they're at in their Linux journey. Okay, so let's see now. I think I want to... What do I want to do, Zippix? Oh, you know what I could do? This would be interesting. So I could just... If I come over here, I could draw a snail. Are you sure I'm on the correct one? Katzu, welcome to the stream. Or welcome back, rather. We are so happy to have you here today. Oh no, this is a rainbow flag. No, it's not LGBTQ. I got asked that earlier. No, it's a rainbow. I wanted to do like a rainbow. Right now, what I'm doing is I am designing a background for my my PNG tuber here. I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on. Cancel. Something is going on with. There we go. I was trying to figure out like what in the world. All right, so if we draw a snail and then maybe just do like a antenna there. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Or no, I'll show you now. So far, this is what I've got. So far, I got like a penguin and an igloo in the left. Got Zipix signature on the right. And I am working on a snail now. In fact, what I want to do is I think I want to just move him. But like move him in such a way that it looks like he is like halfway through well, no, you can't do it halfway through the screen because then he'll take it up. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like different things that I can do because I want to fill all this space here. Like I want to do like different doodles just to show off like different stuff that I can draw or whatever, like as people are watching my PNG tuber move. And also just to kind of pass the time, you know, because I think I've noticed something about me streaming. It's generally better for me to stream during the day, I think, than it is at night, because at night everyone is either asleep or they're off doing other things. Because like if I do it early in the morning or I do it midday, everyone's coming to the streams and stuff. But like at night, for some reason, I don't know. I don't know if it's just the time zones or what it is. Which is not a problem. I just it helps me know when I should go live. So like people who get to see this live right now, you guys are special. But yeah, so, you know, it definitely helps me in knowing. No, I don't like that. We'll just continue to draw it like that. No, actually, you know what? We could draw like lines here to indicate that he's going fast. No, I don't know if I like that. We'll erase that for now because I wanna do some like spots, I think. Just draw like a little spot there. A little spot here. A little spot here. Maybe do like a little corner there. Corner there. There we go. Got our little snail dude here. What else is there that I want to do? Maybe. Oh, that would be interesting. Like draw a turtle so that way it looks like he's trying to catch up. So actually, let's do this one. Snail. And then we'll pull up another one. We'll say that this is a turtle. The way that we do our turtles. You know what I just noticed just now, though? I just noticed that things with shells move kind of slow. I wonder if it's just because it's heavy on them. Maybe that's the case. And then we'll draw like a little foot here. Then maybe a little foot here. No, actually, we will just paint the little foot there. So that way it looks like he is... There we go. And then probably just do like a little foot here. Then like a little foot here. Nope, I don't like that either. So really what's going to have to happen is probably a small foot there. Just a tad bit bigger one there. I'm not so good with feet when it comes down to it. Because I think what's going to have to happen is we make a bigger foot there. Make the extension there. No, you know what I think it is? He just has too big of a body. See, if I just design the feet first, and then I can come back to the other later. And then that way, yes, there we go. And then I could have the turtle head coming up to there. And this one can also have well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just do some lines. Just do some lines. It looks like a waffle now. But I'll tell you what, though. This turtle... Yeah, this turtle, we're just going to move down here. This turtle looks like he's trying to catch up to the snail. Can't catch up to the snail. Let's remove the lines, actually. Yeah, I don't like the lines now. But what we could do, so we could have a little, no, I don't want to do that. I think maybe I just want to, we could again have spots coming together, just like that. Maybe not have a spot there, but we can definitely have a spot here and a spot here. Now he looks like he's trying to catch up. And then I guess in the middle of all of this, we could have like our palm tree like we talked about earlier in the stream. It's not really a good looking palm tree. Then we'll just connect these two together. Well, you can't really connect because I did it so well, right? So like, let's take this for example. Let's add a new layer. We'll call this a tree. So what I did was, let's do some curvature there. It's probably going to be about the best palm tree that I'm going to do for that. I'm just wondering how this would look if we stuck it over here, though. Stick it next to the... next to the snail. There we go. Now we're adding a little more quality of life here to this picture. And let's just say this turtle is wanting to get to this rock. No, it needs to be a little more flat. No, that's not the look that I was going for. Maybe that's a little pull. I don't know. That's starting to look nice, though, nonetheless. Just taking a quick moment to take a break before I continue on. It'll allow me to gather my thoughts. Yeah, I really like that rendition now. Got a little tree with the snail. And then we got the penguin in his igloo. I just wonder what I don't even know if I want the turtle now. In fact, let's just go ahead and downright get rid of him. But then I got to figure out what I need for for this. I mean, maybe I could do a sun, but if I do a sun, yeah, I just don't think that's going to look right, because the only way that's going to look right is if you do something like that, but I really don't want to do that. So I need something that's going to help it go a long way. So what I could do, maybe I'll just design like a little rabbit. Yeah, do just like I did the last stream. Just like just a little rabbit with some whiskers. Have a little nose. And then we will just do something like this. Not too bad. And then we'll just draw like a little thing there. I just don't feel right about this rabbit as far as like his hands are concerned. Like, I guess what I could do is I could do like the penguin and just do like little sections there. See, for some reason, I can do this right foot better than I can the left foot. So let me just figure that out. Yeah, maybe just do something like that. There we go. And then, as far as rabbits go, maybe build like a tunnel that they can come out of. So, like, for example, they can come out of this hole here. Actually, this is what I want to do. I want to take and line them up alongside this here. Then we just take our brush. That's not really a hole though, is it? Yeah, something about like that, I guess. Oh, that's what I need to do, actually. Just draw that like it's a hole. But what we could do instead is that we could just draw it like that. Make it look like water's coming out of it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it looks like water's coming out. Or maybe it's a volcano. Who knows? I certainly don't know. Could be whatever your imagination wants it to be. And then maybe we just... Well, no, I don't like that idea either. But we could just do... Maybe something like that. And then we can maybe put the signature. Maybe instead of having it in that corner, we'll move it back up here, actually. And then that way, we can have ourselves a little cloud. But you know what? If we want a cloud, we need to... That's what we need to do. Just put it in its own layer, okay? That's more like a bush. The signature needs to be moved over just a little, just a tad bit though. In fact, let's move it up here, and then we'll just take the cloud and we'll just draw something here. There we go. Arthres, welcome back. How's it going, buddy? We're just every now and again I talk about Linux, but I'm mostly working on this background for this PNG tuber thing that I got going on here. But yeah, we are so glad to have you here. The topic of discussion is CachyOS, but we can talk about whatever, really. Let me see if I can just move him in there. No, it's not big enough. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe it would be better if I had the signature move down here, and then we just go ahead and put it in the cloud that I want to have, because I'm trying to get this put in a cloud. I'm wanting like different things in this thing. There we go. Have something like that. Which means that I need to move the palm tree just a little bit. I said just a little bit, not a whole lot. What am I doing? And then move the snail over just a little bit. Spacing looks fine here. And I would test it in ViaDo Tube Mini, but it crashes every time I try to load a picture, so it might not be best to do that right now, because I don't want it to crash during the stream. But generally, this is what I've got going on here. And I'm trying to... oh, yeah, saw you were streaming and decided to hop on for a moment. Don't have a lot of time. Got to go to work. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. So I am off today, and I was off yesterday. My days off are different, but generally, this is why I stream during the day, is because during the day I have plenty of time. At night is when I'm working, so generally you won't catch me doing a night stream. And I probably won't be doing too many night streams for a little while, just because it's not really doing that well, because I think people has just got like different time zones and stuff. Neither here nor there. I appreciate you coming out, showing your support, and I hope that work goes well for you. Let's see, take the cloud. No, I don't want to take the penguin. I want to take that and then just move it over just ever so slightly. Then take the snail, move him back over just a little bit. Yeah, so something like that, really. Just some little doodles here and there. Yeah, it's probably... I mean, it's not going to be too much longer before I go either, but I just figured I would do a stream, see how everything's holding up. It's definitely not the stream that I thought it was going to be. But I think we all have days like that sometimes. But yeah, I think pretty much, because what's going to happen is that you've got like this huge circle that's going to be like right here. So but yeah, we're kind of the same in that regard. That the fact that we have to work nights. Although you could be in a different time zone, so I don't know. I am in a different time zone. It's 5 a.m. Oh my. Yeah, no, I don't blame you then, because like that's, I don't know, for me that's pretty early. Well, actually, I'm not even in bed sometimes, because like there are some weekends that I end up working where I end up having to do like 9:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. So like, no, I definitely get that though. Nope, I definitely get that though. So your logo is going to go in the middle. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Is that like because if we end up going to this screen, imagine like this screen here, like everything is going to have to revolve around it. So if we go back to this, and I didn't even think about that. Like my logo is going to cover up all of these like weird line things going on here. But yeah, if we look back here, um, this is what it looks like whenever I'm in Viadude Mini or Viadude Tube Mini, should I say? And then this is the basic layout and everything. So, and then we make a transition back. And so I just wanted to do some little doodles here and there because like I said, the it's gonna be taken up by the middle thing. So I'm not gonna worry too much about like this area here or this area here. I just wanted to do some flavor stuff here. See how it went, show off a little creativity. The only thing about that though is I realistically probably won't be using this background all that much. Yeah, I think so too. I think it does add a little personality. It's why I wanted to do it. I felt like it needed more than just the rainbow colors. But I can't figure out like what all I want to do for it. Like this thing that I've drawn here is more like it served multiple purposes tonight. So one of the purposes is for Viadude Tube Mini. The other one was for like content, so it's not just me being in silence all the time. Like I can do the drawing, and then the other aspect of it is that I don't know. I might end up having this as my background in. Well, no, because I would need bigger dimensions. I need to redo my background though for hyper paper. Yeah, that's what it is. Hyper paper. I need to redo my background for that at some point. And even though I would like to add a body to my penguin, I'm probably not going to add one. I wanted to add one, but I don't see where it's going to be useful at the moment. I think the head is just fine. But yeah, I need to like redesign how some of this looks because I'm still using old logos in my streams with new logos. It can be very conflicting at times. You could do some tap dancing on your avatar. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'd laugh about it, but it is possible because, like, I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to take and do like, some lip sync stuff. I can't do a whole lot of lip sync. The only thing I can do is like I've been told that I can use a GIF in my avatar And so if I do the GIF, then I can make the mouth move whenever I'm talking instead of just having this like O hole is what I'll call it. Instead of having this O hole as my face. I mean, yeah, you can make Viadude Tube Mini do all kinds of things. I personally I like being able to have like the mouth move and stuff. Like that's my biggest thing. Like just have like my face and then just let me blink every now and again, but then also be able to move my mouth whenever I speak. Those are the biggest things that I look for. So I mean, now that that's done though, I can take off this. Yeah, so I wear this glove so that way I don't like get sweat or anything on the tablet because I use a tablet, or I've been using a tablet. I got it in, I think it was Friday was when it came in, and so far I really enjoy it. It's been great having a tablet because then I can just draw whatever it is that I want. And like I want to do more drawing, and I want to be able to, I don't know, I guess one day like redo my logo, and but for now I'm using the one that I made in Inkscape because I'm used to working in Inkscape, which was an interesting it is an interesting program. It so it works with vector graphics, and it allows me to fine tune how I want my logo to look. And so that's why I use vector graphics. So it's different when I'm coming off of having to use raster files. Completely different ballpark there. Because I'm trying to make sure that my drawings look really good, and it is what it is though. I actually heard that you can do some animation through Krita. I don't know how well you can do that. In fact, I might have to see how that works out. Because I could probably just make a GIF in here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. But apparently people do it all the time. I just don't know how they do it. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I'll have to take a look into that. But yeah, it's not going to be too much longer before I head out myself. I just wanted to, I don't know, I was really wanting to talk about CachyOS, but I think, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this stream up. I'm probably going to keep it up, but just change the name of it. Like maybe do, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because, I mean, I did talk about CachyOS just a little bit. Because I still think it's a great distro. I think what it is that people are just like, it's late. It's either too late for them or it's too early. And that's why it's better to do the streams like either early in the morning or midday. I guess that's it. Yesterday's stream was at a pretty convenient time. Yeah, I yeah. So that was the thing about that because normally I'm not up that early. Normally I'm trying to sleep. If I'm up early, it's usually around 9 or 10 o'clock my time, which for you would probably be like let's see, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon maybe. So I guess it really just depends. Um, so like if I did it midday, that would be like roughly 5 or 6 p.m. your time. So no, I get it. I think it's just I've got to figure out, or that's what I'm doing now with all these streams that I'm doing, is just figuring out what are good times to stream. And clearly, it is doing it either early morning or midday. So, but the more I know, right, the better I can do what I'm gonna do online. Or at least in these streams, I mean. Yeah, probably what I'll do is I'll just title this More Drawing on Linux. But I gotta go now. See you later. Alrighty, dude. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I hope work goes well for you. And I'll see you around. And with that, I got about 3 minutes before I hit the 2 hour mark anyway. So probably won't be too much longer before I go myself. But yeah, let's see what else do I have to say? Because like tomorrow, so tomorrow I'm probably going to do. Oh, you know what? I guess I could do music production at some point. But probably tomorrow I'll do the window environment or the window manager desktop environment thing, where like where I end up talking about which one is like the best window managers and desktop environments. Got a list ready to go for that. So it should be interesting. And then, like I said, the day after that, that'll be Tuesday. I could hopefully get into some music production stuff. Show you guys how, like, what my process is for that and everything. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head on out. For those of you that are watching this post stream, I do have a Discord that you're more than welcome to join. You can ask for help. You can talk with other Linux YouTubers. You can post your risings, post your projects that you're working on. You can even get in contact with me there. It's probably the best method of contact. And if you like the stream, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you really like the stream, or if you really like what I'm doing here, be sure to subscribe, and I shall see you guys later.